We're the Real Talk Trio. And on today's episode, we are reeling you back in for...
I was gonna say... I never was gonna say... No, today we're gonna watch the movie... Guys, I'm tired. Today we're gonna review and talk about the movie Hoppers, directed by Daniel Chong. So Clara's gonna give a little summary for those who haven't watched the movie.
So, Hoppers is a quirky animated sci-fi comedy from Pixar about Mabel, a young woman who uses new technology to transfer her consciousness into a robotic beaver so she can communicate with animals. When a development project threatens their forest home, she teams up with the animal community to fight back. It mixes environmental themes, slapstick humor, and a classic Pixar heart.
Yep. Great review.
Thank you.
So, is there any fun facts about this movie that we know?
I just know the cast is kind of like big. There's Meryl Streep.
Really?
Yeah, she's the...
I didn't even notice.
she's the butterfly.
Oh my god!
And then
yeah.
David... What's his
Dave
name?
Franco.
Dave Franco is
our king.
The evil caterpillar or butterfly eventually. But yeah,
okay, so
like...
Dave Franco is the caterpillar, and then it turns into Meryl Streep.
No,
no.
Meryl Streep's the mom.
The mom.
Oh,
And
I was like, oh, okay.
And she gets killed. She gets killed, and then he assumes as the new bug king.
Also, there's a girl. I feel like this is very niche, but I kind of like her, and I want to see her in more stuff. But have you guys ever watched I Didn't Do It? And Disney.
Yes. Yeah, it's her, right?
Yeah,
I didn't
do
do
it.
it.
Girl.
She's so what's her name? Maple?
Let's
Mabel.
Google the actress.
Maple. I don't know. It's just because the movie is about beavers, and that's very like Canadian. So I just thought her name was Maple. I apologize.
No, that's so fair. But that sounds familiar. I didn't do it, but I don't.
But
I
no,
need pictures.
she's iconic. I can't lie.
Yeah, Piper Curda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, guys, she's like a Disney Channel.
Yeah, she was.
Star.
I Didn't Do It.
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time.
She
was in Teen Beach. Yeah,
she was in a bunch of stuff. Like her. I saw that she stopped doing movies for a while, I was like, Mama, where are you? Like, I need more of you. And
she
I'm
has
so
a
happy.
sister too that's now like rising the Disney Channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So love that for them. I need to see them more. But
love the Curtis sisters.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Is there any more fun facts?
She did a drawing of a dog, and that made it into the movie. And she was like,
okay,
it was really cute.
So, do we want to get into the opinions?
Let's get into it.
Yeah. I feel like Nora, again, since your iPad is already out, we're just gonna go with
Go ahead.
Speak your truth, girl.
All right. So, I did have high expectation, and it hit the mark just because it is. So I honestly did enjoy the movie. I really liked it because it's an original storyline. Yeah, sorry. It's an original storyline and like unique script, whatever. It really reminded me of Elio. I feel like I told myself like I really hope it's not as underrated as Elio, but other than that, like I really enjoyed it. Hoppers does like as Disney and Pixar does, like they touch upon very real topics, but in the most like gentle way you could ever think, because at the end of the day it is a kids movie, but it's like they make a movie for kids that an adult can watch it too and like still reflect on their life. And so yeah. One thing I picked up immediately was how they focused the story on grief and death. Sorry. But again, like in the most safest way. It doesn't make it scary, it just makes it emotional. So when Mabel is trying to live her life without her grandmother, like you see how she takes on grief, anger, and how she manages with everything around her. So yeah, like not only did she feel like her grandmother like left, it's like the nature wasn't there for her too. So it's just her fire and passion is something like it's nice to see that in a movie, and nice to see that like she wants to navigate that to her belief. But yeah, anything rising for you guys?
For me, I think it also relates to grief. Because I feel like the movie touches upon grief, but like in like various aspects, like that grief that's very like personal, losing someone you love, but also just like grief in terms of like
losing the home,
or also like the environment is dying, what's gonna happen, And I think those are really important things to touch upon, especially in a kids movie. You know,
Mhm.
it really made me think about like the technology aspect of like the technology of hoppers and being able to like um defy nature almost, you know, with
Yeah.
like becoming an animal, putting your consciousness there. It made me think a lot about AI today and how like there's all these technologies that we're so scared of, and it feels like people are not putting enough effort into making laws and making sure like technology
Yeah.
is safe, we can like live harmoniously with it. They're putting more effort into making money, which reminded me of the mayor in the movie,
Yeah.
right?
Mm,
That's what
mhm.
he's trying to do. um and also, like we were talking about earlier, I feel like the movie also really makes us question our sense of community,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it kind of like begs us to think of ourselves like not as individuals and not even just as humans, but like part of nature, you know, part of this like ecosystem, and that we play a part in it, and that we do own like animals and plants and all kinds of beings. Like we owe them the respect and like their space, you know, because we can't just like go on and control everything. And like you said, Nora, it was touched, those subjects were touched with like this simplicity that's
Mhm.
really refreshing, because for a child it's really easy for them to see the movie and think, okay, this is wrong, this is the right thing to do.
Mhm.
But then we as adults, we get caught up in so like in so many things, you know, like ego and wanting to be greedy and also like moral dilemmas.
Yeah.
And then when you see that, you're like, you go back to being a child and you're like,
Mhm.
no, like this is the right thing to do. I shouldn't be scared,
Yeah.
you know?
I just love. I'm not those Disney adults, but you like those like.
You just like
I
animated
love.
quirky movies.
I do. I
Yeah.
I will forever like to this like on forward of my life. I will always go back to Disney. Cars is my favorite movie. I rewatched it like last night. Like I love that movie so much. It's
That's
like these movies are like it's kind of like Bluey. I feel like a lot of people
I haven't watched Bluey.
no, but I'll explain it. A lot of people were shocked with Bluey because there's subjects for adults but for made in a kid way, because spoilers for Bluey's, there's an episode where the mother sister is infertile. But she can't
Yeah,
Yeah,
she can't
infertile.
have
Yeah, yeah.
infertile.
children.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure it was right. She can't have children, and you know Bluey's asking her aunt, "Why don't you have a kid? Oh my god, why are you sad?" Because she's sad because she's watching her nephews play. And so it's like for a kid it's just like, oh, the mom is like explaining to Bluey, this is what your aunt has, this and that. But for a kid it's like, okay, like she's just sad, but hey, like family always makes everyone happy. But as an adult you're watching this and you're like, wow, this woman can't have, or dog can't have sorry, but like, you know, like it's a very very heavy topic, but
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people picked it up with Bluey and not as much, or maybe they have with Disney. I know the movie Ants, like it's now going viral that ants are standing up against grasshoppers, or is that Bug's Life?
Bugs
I
Life and
think that they're
capitalism
both, I
and
think,
yeah.
very similar
Yeah.
stories.
Yes.
But like, you know, like the idea of just like a heavy topic,
Which
you
I
know.
find ironic. You know why? Because it's funny when we bring up the newer Disney. I know a lot of people are not really happy about the
Mhm.
movie that have been coming out, especially during the pandemic, like Turning Red, Soul, which were great movies.
Turning
I
Red
do,
was so good.
I do think Soul was a little bit more deeper than it should have for a kids movie, but it's nothing
Yeah.
wrong because at the end of the day, it's like as an adult, or well, I wasn't really adult at that time, but like as someone with more consciousness, I could
Young
like
adult.
really enjoy it. But I found it like the criticism on movies, especially children's movies these days, is very ass because like you said, there was always criticism against society and how things are, and it's always been a thing. They just do it in such a way that like we don't really notice it. And as well, like we were kids when we were watching those movies.
Mhm.
Now that we do have consciousness, we can actually now analyze and be part of that. So that's why, like, for me, Hoppers, like the only opinion I really have is like I just enjoyed that oh my gosh, my voice just got cracked. I just really enjoyed that like they can do such a nice message, but also like be able to be just as quirky, because I feel like
Yeah.
yes, they can do like deeper meanings. Yes, but at the end of the day, it's a kids movie, and I think we should always just have fun and like be able to laugh and enjoy, you know what I mean, without having to be like, oh, this is too childish, or like this is too deep, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I think Hoppers, it's a in a really good spot of like how movies how we used to watch. It's a really good spot of like it's funny enough to be like I can enjoy it, and then at the same time it's like you get the message. So I feel like that's my thing. I don't really have dislikes, honestly. It's just it is what it is, and Also, it's on me because like my attention span wasn't as wow, but it's like I did enjoy it.
Yeah. You want to say anything?
No, I agree. It was a good balance between, the fun and silliness of a kids movie and like having like a moral of the story. I don't have any dislikes either. I think another thing that I really liked actually. Usually I dislike when a movie doesn't have a happy ending. Like I always crave for a happy ending.
Yeah.
And I want to say, like, I was really sad when, like, at the end, like, Mabel she got her happy ending in the sense that she protected the pond, animals have their homes, but she wasn't able to speak to George anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was
That really got to me.
she was just put back in her actual nature.
But
Like, you
that's
know
it.
what
But I
I
also
mean?
appreciate that it was showing kids that everything always goes back to their natural order.
Yeah.
And that, like, sometimes you need
So
to
like a
accept
kid
things as
won't
they are.
start, grabbing a beaver and be like, "Talk to me."
Exactly. No, but like it was like bittersweet, but I was like, like appreciate that like they also showed that it's
Oh.
not all just fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking about like not all just fairy tale, one thing I really liked, and like these are moments of like emotional state for me. I want to say like when
Yeah.
Mabel's beaver body's like shut down, she goes back to her like actual body. Um, but George sees that like robotic thing fall, and like for like because you can't communicate to animals, like you just don't we just don't have that, okay? And it really broke my heart. Like I don't know how Pixar just knows how to do that. It just makes you emotional. But George seeing the dead body, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's allowed in YouTube. So when Mabel's like beaver body like shut down, George panicked. Like for him, that was a moment of grief, and I think it was just beautifully like done. Like I literally clenched my pearls. Is that what it is? Is
Yeah.
that how you say it? I held on to my necklace and I was breathing.
Nora was crying several moments
I
in this
was.
movie.
And then of course George cannot communicate with her anymore, but he waited in the same exact spot where her grandmother would wait.
Yeah.
So so that was very like touching. And another key detail that I liked was really in the animation aspect. Okay. Sorry, animation aspect was actually when they were designing these characters, the animator said like he wanted you to really distinctively
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah distinctively realize like what's cartoon and what's like in the human world. So animals like just kind of not all but like have like that like just black eyes.
Yeah.
So like the difference between the animal world and then the human world, like just seeing that difference from their with their eyes is such a good detail that they implied, and I'm glad that they did that because it really added something like as an undertone. And so yeah, that's something I really really liked in like animation. Wow, I said like a lot.
It's okay. My sister's gonna be criticizing you.
Just cut that out,
Oh.
cut it out, cut it out.
No, I agree. That was a great choice. And I love that also the main character wasn't just a regular degular white person. Sorry. Yeah, like we need more like protagonists of color
Yeah,
in
but you see,
Pixar.
what I like, and now that you brought this up, I like that they didn't make her being Asian. If that's she's Asian, right?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it never shows, but it goes into what you're gonna say. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. But I like how they show that's not like her full identity. You know what I mean? And I think I feel like that's the argument we talked about in a few episodes. And I think I'm so happy that that's what they did. But also, like, the director is Asian himself. He has lived and probably been in the industry long enough. I think people of color, we've hit a point where it's like we just want to tell a story with a person of color or a minority in it. And I think he did such an amazing job of doing that because it's like, you're right. I mean, I just saw the character as the character, and like, yeah, she's a person of color, and that's it. Like, I'm. It's not that I'm tired of it, and I think it's not a negative thing either. But it's like we shouldn't be having a minority or person of color and be like, I am a minority and I am a person of color, and I will be
Yeah.
going through this journey that will reflect more my minority and my oppressions. And it's like, no. Like sometimes I get it, but sometimes like this, I'm really happy they didn't do that because it's
The
like
story didn't need that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the story, at the end of the day, the story was oppression. We can always relate her being a person, minority into it, but at the
Well,
same
either
time,
way, the animals were the minority.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's
That
like
too.
at the end of the day, her being Asian, it wasn't just like the main point of oppression; it
Mhm.
was the animals and everything. So that's why
Yeah.
I think it was really
I
well
also
done.
think it was, but when it comes to like whatever prejudice Mabel might face, I think it was more about, it has more to do with her being just a young woman that
Mhm.
feels as powerful as this like old white dude.
Yeah.
I feel like that was also a point of conflict. Like he would not take
Mm.
her seriously because she was just like, oh, you're just a young girl.
Yeah.
With no one signing her petition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. um something symbolism wise I noticed is I feel like it was a very powerful piece is Mabel lying and using the same tactics that hurts animals can symbolize how when you are desperate to protect something you can start crossing your own moral lines. It's the idea of doing the wrong thing for the right reason. I think Disney did, or like Pixar did it just in general, like it was really nice because as a kid, like seeing this, like it's nice to pick up these um thinking thoughts, I guess. I don't know. Um Showing what she's doing in the wrong way, but then Mabel does reflect at the end and she apologizes and she tries to undo it and she tries to fix everything. Like, you know what I mean? And I think just showing that lesson in, again, the most safest way ever is something that really touched with me. It touches an adult too. Like, oh,
Whoa.
It
Okay,
touches an
whoa.
adult.
No.
Cut that out.
No, that's
not-
staying.
That's
That's
staying.
staying.
Oh.
Nora's getting canceled.
It's
She won't be
'cause-
here next episode. Apology video coming next.
It won't-
It's because I was like, no, I didn't even think of it that way. I just didn't like the way it phrased it. I wanted to say like it like movies like these can
it can move
move
people.
it can move people of all ages because we were in the theater and we were alone other than this
Oh my god, this old
grandma.
lady, yeah.
like and
Aw.
she literally reminded me of the grandma in the movie, but she was laughing, bro. We were like, there was like funny moments. Okay, the calipator. Okay, she Mabel kills the mom, the butterfly, and there's so many like little funny moments because it's a kids movie. It's quirky, it's funny, but it's also heavy, and we're all laughing with a grandma right there. Like, of course, like
That was a wholesome moment.
that
yeah.
that was like the best moment of my life. Like an empty theater, and she's just right in front of us, and we're just there, like, hee 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 hee. Like, I love that. So that's all I wanted to mean. That's all I wanted to say.
It's okay, girl.
No, you have to cut that out,
It will not be cut out.
Rachel.
Somebody, because I love reading Letterboxd reviews right after I finish watching the movie or TikTok reviews. And one thing that someone made a great point, which it's kind of sad that that's like how it is in today's life.
It's
Nora,
only
are you
now.
okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But it's like how the mayor didn't understand the oppression until he was oppressed.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
That's
hello.
And
really
it's like
real.
it sucks that it has to be like that, and it sucks that as humans, and like that's the deeper context of this movie, but it really sucks that that's how it has to be. You know what I mean? Why as a society we can't just like be open and listen to others, and like that's a great reflection of like how it is. You know what I mean? Half of these people, they don't care, they just want to promote their own agendas, and then when they're oppressed they're like, oh, but I'm a victim now. But it's like, but you're the one creating these things that made you a victim now. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it was a really great point. Again, going deeper into the themes of this movie and oppression and everything, because it's like humans we're very hypocritical, honestly.
Yeah, and egotistical.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of when in the Project Hail Mary movie, well, video, whatever. I kind of said Rocky never had those intentions of humans. I feel like it's the same
Yes.
thing. It's like we're shown how animals, the pond rules, like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have these intentions that are either rooted or we grow around. And so I think the mayor just got a taste of a, like the right attentions like being set in front of him, if that makes sense. So yeah, it just reminded me of that again, how, you know, like Mabel wanted to stop the bear to eat the other beaver, but you know, he was like, I was okay with it. Like, we don't have these intentions that you think are,
Yeah.
you know, like Mabel thinks that's bad, that's dangerous, but for animals, like
That's the
it's
circle
the
of life.
cycle. Oh, yeah.
Circle or cycle?
No, it's
The
like the eating cycle, but then it's a
circle
circle
of
of life.
There you go.
But yeah, yeah. A little like random fact that I really liked was the main character is in college. I know it's so random, but for me it's rare to see that stage of life in these kind of movies. Other like we were talking about it and we said Big Hero 6 and I was like other than Big Hero 6, I feel like it's young to see a young adult as the protagonist and it
Mhm.
made it a bit more relatable in a different way. So, yeah.
And that's very smart of them because I feel like we were the generation that grew up with Pixar.
Yeah.
And just like the grandma in the theater, we're still gonna go watch the movie till we're old, right? So it
Yeah.
makes sense for them to incorporate older characters to. Oh, just kiss my mic.
How did you guys feel about the animation style? It's definite. It's very similar to Turning Red. I loved
Yeah.
it. I don't hate it, but I know like after the movie Wish, the animation like it had their
I
ups
just
and
think Wish
downs.
was just a mess.
Okay, then let's just cut this out.
No, 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 but like no, I'm just saying I think Wish was just a mess because also it was just not the time to do that type of movie. And also I think because there were because that's what I was talking about. It's like I think people criticize these movies too much and then like it's like me, unfortunately, like it's not that I didn't want to watch this movie. It's not but I just wasn't excited for it. And like I feel like a lot of the animated movies I'm not as excited for unless it's something that like a fandom that I like and part of. Like I think the criticism is just harsh and then it pushes people away, which I'm unfortunately like a bit part of it. I mean, yeah, and like you brought up Wish and it's like I think Wish was a mess and I think some of the later projects as well. Like I can't even tell you what came out these past few years when it comes to Disney. Like Elio, I didn't even watch it either. I'm so sorry. I know you really enjoy Elio, but I think it's just that it's that lack of how do I say this? Like
But
listening to the fans. I think it's a
mhm.
lack of listening to the fans and also
Yeah.
like trying new things. That's why it's like it bummed me really out when people were really hitting on Turning Red and Soul when it came out during and also Encanto.
I did not know that. I really, really appreciated those movies.
Me
Exactly,
too.
me
Yeah.
too. And I was like, oh, okay, Disney's really yes, it's going to a different direction. We can't stay where we were, y'all. Like Shrek, like the type of Shrek movies, the type of car movies are never gonna be the same, you know what I mean? Because life is changing. And I think that's why Hoppers, even though I wasn't really looking forward to it or it wasn't really in my bucket list of movies to watch, seeing the criticism and like in a good way and seeing like the love for it, I was like, okay, maybe it's like not that bad. And then actually watching it made me realize like, oh, like it's actually a pretty decent movie. And it but at the end of the day, it's just it reflects today's time. You know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
you want quirky movies, you want easy movies. Well, we don't live in quirky and easy times, unfortunately. And I think movies like that can reflect our today's lives and also help us, engage with our society and our communities are good things, So I just find it really bumming that like certain bad projects led to this, but I think Hoppers was like very a stepping stone of like new things.
I hope
So
so.
so we'll see. I mean, it's not that I'm gonna be super excited for the next movie, but I'm definitely gonna keep like an eye out to see,
Yeah.
what they're gonna be coming out with because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, that's it.
I obviously don't want to be biased with anything, but like I am someone who still watches animated movies and series, and I'm still someone who like I'm literally rewatching That's So Raven right now, and that is an old show, but like you know what I mean, like Disney and like just that world, like the whole Disney Plus thing, like that just the freaking like that is my where I stay, you know,
Mhm.
and like that's the thing, like I don't want to be biased, but I- like I gravitate to those movies. And I understand if you don't. Like I know a lot of people are like, you still watch like anime like yo, like
But
I
I do
do.
watch. That's the thing.
No, I'm not judging you. I know what you mean. No, I know what you
I'm
mean, but
not
it's
judging
like
you.
No, I was just saying like I still do watch
no,
animated
yeah.
movies. It's just that like
It's not it has to be something you want to be gravitated
Well,
to.
that goes for every
yes, but
movie
yes and
Yeah.
no.
at the
I
same
feel
time.
like I said, I
Mhm.
think just like I fell into the trap of like these
Like
past.
not going
It's
for
like
them.
Marvel. You know what I mean?
Expecting that the next one's gonna be bad too, because the last one you watched was not good.
Exactly. It's like Marvel. Like
But they're different stories. Marvel.
no, but I'm talking about how Marvel, as much as like I used to be like the biggest fan at some point, and then their Disney projects just kept falling so flat
I
over
mean,
and over and over and over to the point that when Thunderbolts came out, I was like, oh,
I
well,
love
we'll
Thunderbolts. It's
just
so
watch it to watch it. But then I wasn't like,
yeah.
I'm not even excited about Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, no,
because
I am.
because of the leading up, like the movies haven't been like in the series haven't been
Exactly.
on. But obviously I'm gonna watch it. Like, come on, guys.
Okay, that I
You know
might
what
be
I mean?
biased. I love Marvel. It's all over my iPad.
But
Tony Stark's heart
look,
is right here,
I love
guys.
Marvel too. It's just that like those bad. It's like a batch of apples. You see a fat. Oh my gosh.
A
You
fat
see?
apple.
No, I say it's like a batch of apples. Okay, you see a few batches that are bad, or like a few apples that are bad. You're not gonna take the bag. You're gonna
Yeah.
take another one. You
You're
know
not
what I
gonna
mean?
buy it. You're gonna choose something
Exactly.
else.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like I think seeing a few bad apples and seeing a few bad projects that just didn't hit for me, and not only that, the fandom itself are like, what is this? Turns you kind of like away. And I think that this the struggle with
I
Disney
agree.
has been having, especially with their remakes. I just cannot.
But also,
You
I was
know.
thinking, because I mean, of course, I was a child. Let's take this with a grain of salt. But you remember how, like, for every movie, like, they would just like market them differently. Like, you
Yeah.
go see Toy Story, and then like there's a trailer for Finding Nemo, and it's like next summer, a
Yeah.
lost fish. Like, it created so much anticipation, and I feel
Yeah.
like they don't do this
And
anymore.
their marketing also has very fallen flat. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember the cardboard things that the actors would always take pictures with, or
Yes.
those like random commercials that they would do with their like animated version of their, those were fun. And I'm not saying that they don't. It's not like the marketing is fault for this movie, but it's like you can see the quality has gone down. So that's why like I wasn't expecting big things for Hoppers. Are you okay? I feel like I've shut you down with my opinion.
She's out.
No, but it's like that's why I'm like I didn't expect to enjoy it, and honestly like I love that it was quirky and fun, and I love that it's like it just didn't care, and it's like it was what it was, and it's like like I said, it was a stepping stone. I'm not gonna repeat myself, but it's like it
Agreed.
was a good, I think it was a good point of what Disney could do and continue doing.
Yeah, I also really like one thing Pixar does all the time is their Easter eggs. And it was really fun to see, what's the number? A13? I don't know. There's that one,
yeah, I know what you're
that
talking
one
about.
number that keeps on coming up, or the Pizza Hut car, or the Pixar ball. And we saw Wally, we saw Doug, we saw like, oh my God. Anyways, like many, many, many Easter eggs. And
Oh, also the turtle that was called
Oh yes,
Crush.
yes, the turtle from
The beginning
Finding
of the movie.
Nemo. So it's like I love that Pixar does that, and I want to just say keep on doing it. Thank you. It's very like cute to like always interlink almost everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say it was just nice to in general to see something that's not a sequel, prequel, something new.
Reboot, remake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fresh. It's showing, like Clara said, today's society, like today's technology with a mindset that's been passed around for generations, like saving our planet, saving animals. These are living like creatures, like they need, like as much as we need this, they need that. So it was just nice to really combine, I guess, generations, like from the grandma too. Like Mabel is the way she is because of her grandma, but she also had that instinct in her the whole time. I think the whole beginning, like the intro scene of sorry intro yeah scene of her like trying to save all these animals that are caged up in her class, like these, like it sets a tone and it shows like what you're gonna go in. And I really like that, because the whole point of teachers having animal pets is like for the kids, for them to have fun and this and that. But like just seeing the turtle feeling happy when the sprinklers went off, like it says a lot. Like these are subtle tones of real topics, and I really, really, really appreciate that. And I think that's what I always pick up, and that's what I always see in animated like films from Pixar. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think we've said what we all needed to say.
Yes.
So do you just want to go into like our final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I don't have any final thoughts.
That's it. You're speechless.
Hop her up. Sure.
I'm gonna hop right into my life. Wait, what? No, that made no sense.
Oh my.
No, but do you have a final thought?
No, I think the whole episode itself should be my final thought.
So I second that.
I mean, I think for me, my final thought would just be like, wait, I'm actually coming up with something, guys. I'm actually coming up with something. No, I think it would be more like in the sense of like, you know, I get it that Disney has been very disappointing, but it's like try this movie, try something. Especially it's an original script, it's an original screenplay with like also like we mentioned like actors that have been in the industry for a while, like so I think give it a chance. I'm saying I think a lot because I'm thinking.
Oh.
But no, go ahead. Say.
No, I just remember my fun fact.
Oh.
From the beginning.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. The fun fact is the character George, the beaver George. The name George is a Greek name that stands for farmer, and it's just so cute that the beaver name is George and he's a beaver and he kind of does farming stuff.
Farmer George.
Period.
Yeah, and his little king,
Little
he's a
king hat.
like he has a crown and it's so cute. Like, love.
But yeah, so like I was saying, sorry. No, it's good. No, I love the fact. Thank you, Nora.
Wait, no, you should have finished your thought and then let me.
No, but it's fine. And no, but I was gonna say like to people like if you haven't had a chance to watch it and give it a chance, and we'll see what Disney comes out with next or Pixar.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, Toy Story 5.
Ugh, get away those
100.
get those like
But-
sequels away from my face.
Oh, but Toy Story is a classic. I love Toy Story.
Well, no, they have some exciting things coming out. I think they have been posting about
yeah.
Yeah.
stuff.
So we'll see it and we'll review it and we'll let you know if we like it or not.
Yeah.
So let's give our final review.
Let's
of
do
this
it.
Movie. So we'll rate it out of Farmer George.
Me, I'm gonna give. Let me check my Letterboxd. Matter of fact, I don't remember how much I gave it.
I think I rated it a 3 out of 5. So I would say maybe like I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. That's what I would give it.
I did a 4.5 out of 5.
I also.
So at 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
Me, it's also a 6.5 because I also gave it 3.
Okay, so
0.5.
let's round it up to I would say like 7. Oh my gosh, look at us. So a 7 out of 10 of Farmer George for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this episode. Continue to support us, please. We're almost at 100 followers. I know it's not big.
Oh my god!
I know it's not big, but for us it's big.
Guys, help us! Come on, we
literally
deserve
need 2
it.
more followers.
Come on.
So keep following us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, as well. Like, don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. Say your review.
Stop.
Say what you think about this movie. It's gonna be linked in the bio down below. So very accessible for you guys. And that's it for us.
Yes.
And yeah, so keep on watching movies and we shall reel you guys back in for our next episode.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.